To Python object-oriented programming. This is a very important topic. In Python, an object is a bundle of related attributes and methods. Attributes are similar to variables.
Hello everyone, welcome back to episode 4 of Study With Me series. So today I'm gonna learn Python object-oriented programming. So first I want to say something. Okay, the course will be the following way. First of all, we watch every segment. Let's say this video is segmented in different topic. Let's say first in introduction, then class variable. So each segment we are going to watch, and then we are going to use AI tools to understand further. Because by watching that segment, we will be a little bit, understood, or maybe that concept will be clear. Let's say a 10%, maybe 20%, 30%. But after watching that portion, we can play with that transcript. So I select the transcript and I paste a different AI tools. So throughout this series, I'm gonna use Grok, Gemini, Claude, and EP-1 and ChatGPT. So, but in this video, I'm gonna use Gemini, ChatGPT, and Grok. So, and like ChatGPT and Gemini, you can chat unlimited. But if I talk about Grok and Claude, so there is a limitation. So mostly I chat with ChatGPT and Gemini. Okay, so this is a preview. Okay, so first we watch the video and then we can see that each topic and terminology. So I create a prompt. Okay, so after that after watching that video, then it's gonna help us. So let's watch together.
Made it to Python object-oriented programming. This is a very important topic. In Python, an object is a bundle of related attributes and methods. Attributes are similar to variables to describe what the object has. So look around you right now. You are surrounded by different real-world objects. Next to me, I have a phone, a cup, and a book. Each of these objects can have different attributes to represent it. For example, an attribute of the phone next to me could be version number. I could set that to be 13. Is on could be another attribute. Is the phone powered on or not? That could be true or false. Or even a price. I have a cup next to me. What liquid is within the cup? In this case, coffee. What's the temperature of the cup? Is the cup empty? Is empty. Or even a book. What's the title of the book? That could be a string. How many pages does the book have? Pages could be another attribute. Now, objects also have the capability to do things. They have methods, which are functions that belong to an object. People mix up functions and methods all the time. They're technically different. Even when teaching, I tend to make that mistake, calling a method a function and a function a method. Usually people know what you're referring to, though. A method is a function that belongs within an object. What are some actions these objects can perform? With a phone, you can make a call or receive a call, turn the phone on or turn the phone off. Those could all be functions. With a cup, you could fill the cup, drink from the cup, or empty the cup. With a book, you can open the book, read the book, and close the book. An object is a bundle of related attributes and methods. They can represent real-world items. To create many objects, we'll need to utilize a class. A class is a type of blueprint used to design the structure and layout of an object. We need to design what our objects have, their attributes, and what they can do, their methods. We will create a class of car. We will create some car objects. Class car. To construct a car object, we need a special type of method called a constructor. It works similarly to a function. We will define a function of double underscore init, meaning initialize, double underscore again, and then follow this with a set of parentheses. This is our constructor method. We need this method in order to construct objects. It's a dunder method, dunder meaning double underscore. That's a future topic. I don't want you to be overloaded with information right now. All you need to know is that we need this method in order to create objects. This method behaves similar to a function. We need to set up the parameters. Self is already provided to us. Self means this object we're creating right now, this car. So what are some attributes that a car should have? A model, that could be a string, like a BMW. A year, that could be a number. A color. Let's add a boolean of for sale. Is the car for sale or not? That's true or false. To assign these attributes, we're going to access self. Self dot the name of the attribute. Self dot model equals the model we receive. These are parameters. When we receive the name of a model, we will assign it to this object. Let's do this with year. Self dot year equals year. Self dot color equals color. Self dot for sale equals for sale. This is an example of a few attributes that a car might have. A model, year, color, and if it's for sale or not, represented by a boolean. Now, to construct a car object, we need a unique name for this car. Let's just say car1. Car1 equals, take the name of the class, add a set of parentheses to invoke the constructor. We're going to do this almost exactly like a function. We have parameters set up. We need to send a matching number of arguments. Self is provided to us behind the scenes automatically. We need a model, year, color, and if it's for sale or not. So pick a car of your choosing. I'll pick my favorite car. The model will be a Mustang. For the year, I'll go with a recent year of 2024. A color, I'll pick red. Is the car for sale? I like this car, so no. I will set that to be false. Make sure false is capitalized. Let's see what happens if I attempt to print our car object of car1. What we're given is the memory address of this car object, where it's located. But I would like one of the attributes located at this memory address. Instead of printing the object itself, we're going to access one of the attributes found within this car. We will follow the name of the car with a dot. This dot, it's known as the attribute access operator. I would like the model of car1. That would give me Mustang. Let's access the year. Take the name of the car, car1, dot, the year, 2024, followed by the color, car1, dot color, red. Car1, is it for sale? We'll print that. That is false. Now let's create a second car. We're going to reuse this class to create a second car. We will create car2 equals car. We'll pass in some different arguments. A Corvette. The year will be 2025. The color will be blue. Is this car for sale? Let's say that is true. Instead of accessing car1's attributes, let's access car2's attributes. That would give us a Corvette. The year is 2025. The color is blue. For sale is set to true. Or even a third car. Car3 equals a new car. We will pass in a string of Charger. The year, 2026. The color will be yellow. Is this car for sale? Let's say that is true as well. Then I will print car3's attributes. The model is Charger. The year is 2026. The color is yellow. For sale is set to true. With classes, they can take up a lot of space. For better organization, you can place them within a new Python file. So let's cut our class, and we will create a new Python file within our project folder. File, new, Python file. The name of this Python file is going to be all lowercase, car. Then we will paste the class that we cut originally. Class car, which has a capital C. So from our main Python file, we're going to import our car file, our car module. From the name of the module, car, import the name of the class, car. Then when I run this program, nothing should change. We should still have access to all of our car objects. You could either keep your classes within your main Python file, or import them if you would like to organize things. Let's talk about methods. Methods are actions that our objects can perform. Within our class, we will define a method of drive. Self is going to be provided to us. When we invoke the drive function, let's print you drive the car. What other things can cars do? Let's stop. We will print you stop the car. Let's take car1, access the drive method. You drive the car. Car 2 also has a drive method. You drive the car. Same thing with car 3. You drive the car. Let's access the stop method. Car 1 dot stop. Car 2 dot stop. And car 3 dot stop. These methods are identical for each car object. Instead of printing the word car, let's insert the model of the car. I will convert these print statements to F strings. Instead of the word car, let's add a placeholder. Let's add self.model. Self is referring to the object we're currently working with. Use the attribute access operator, followed by the name of the attribute. Let's also do this with the stop method. Self.model. Let's take car 1, use the drive method. You drive the Mustang. Car 1 dot stop. You drive the Mustang, you stop the Mustang. Let's do this with car 2. You drive the Corvette, you stop the Corvette. Car 3. You drive the Charger, you stop the Charger. Now within our F strings, let's insert the color. I'll add a placeholder, self.color. Do this with stop as well. Self.color. You drive the yellow Charger, you stop the yellow Charger. Car 1. You drive the red Mustang, you stop the red Mustang. Car 2. You drive the blue Corvette, you stop the blue Corvette. Let's add one last method. Let's create a method to describe our car. We'll print the details of the car. Let's print, I'll use an F string, add 3 placeholders. Let's print self.year, followed by self.color, then self.model. We'll take car 1, use the describe method that we created. Describe car 1. Car 1 is a 2024 red Mustang. Describe car 2. Car 2 is a 2025 blue Corvette. Car 3 is a 2026 yellow Charger. Alright everybody, so those are objects in Python. An object is a bundle of related attributes. Attributes are variables that an object has. And methods. Methods are functions that belong to an object. They define what this object can do. And well everybody, that is a summary of object-oriented programming using Python. Hey everybody, today I gotta talk about class variables in Python. Class variables are shared among all instances, meaning objects.
So, as we watch the introduction of object-oriented programming, and that was object. So let's decode that segment. So as I told you, every topic I can select, and then I can copy the transcript. So I already copy. So if you don't know how to get, so I showed you, and then what I'll do, I'll just paste on different AI tools or AI chatbot. So I show you like what is my prompt. So my prompt is very simple. So on Grok, I just paste on the entire 12-minute segment, and this is my prompt. It's very simple. Now I want you to add new word or explanation to make it easy to understand for beginner. You can explain the main topics with example. So it's very simple prompt. And if I talk about Gemini, so it's the same prompt, but when it comes to ChatGPT, so I just get it right. It's very different prompt because I want to transcript that entire video speech in spoken format. So yeah, so you can read out. So if you want to be a fluent explainer or instructor, so you have to practice this way. And yeah, so now it seems crazy, but trust me, if you do this way, not only you can grab that concept, but also you can explain to anybody. So the more you talk, the more the more you play with it, the better understanding and the fluency you can get. So but on this video, I'm gonna decode what you watch, right? So first, this is the main concept what is object-oriented programming. In short, OOP. Okay, so object-oriented programming is a way to structure your code by grouping related data and action together. Think of it like organizing your code into objects that represent a real world thing. Each object can have its own data, like characteristics and behavior, like action it can perform. For example, imagine a dog. A dog has characteristics like its name, age, or color. These are called attributes. A dog can also do things like bark, run, or eat. These are called method. And Hoop lets you create dog object in your code to represent different dogs, each with their own attributes and method. Now, guys, see how cool it is. You watch the video and then you replicate, and you are playing with new prompt in different tab, right? And after watching the video, if you do this way, trust me, the topic will be clear. Okay, the concept will be clear. Not only you can understand, but also you can explain to anybody. That is the thing, right? So the key concept of OOP in Python, as I told you, we are working with Python. So yeah, object. So what is object? The question is, what is object? An object is like a container that holds data, like an attributes, and action like method related to something. So object represent a real world things or ideas. Example, a real world example like iPhone could have an attribute called brand, iPhone, color, black, or is on, true or false. Method, turn on, make call, or send message. So in Python, you create object from class. We'll talk about classes next. So let's see, what is class? Let's understand. A class is like a blueprint or template for creating object. It defines what attributes and a method and object will have. You can use one class to create many objects, just like a cookie cutter and make many cookies. Example, let's create a class for a dog. The class will define what attributes like name and age, and method like bark all dogs will have. So this is the Python code. So this is the class, and it's called constructor to set up the object. So this is the definition. So this way we can construct. So it's a def and then double underscore we call dunder method, or then init, then inside braces self, name, age, color, color. These are parameter, and then self dot name is equal to name. It's called attribute. These three are attribute, name, age, color, and then method. So this is the we call it a method, right? So the method is like an action that dog can do. So def bug self, then print like if say wow or oo, and then method 2 describe the dog. Def describe self print. So this is the boilerplate. So if you are practicing with VS Code or PyCharm, you can run this code, right? So I'm not gonna do that in this series. Just we are watching video and then we can run. But if you like to run this code, so just below on comment, I will do in next episode. So here is the dog class is the blueprint. Okay, name, age, color are attributes. Data about the dog, bark, describe our method, action, and action that dog can do. Guys, see how cool it is. You watch the video and each topic or each terminology or each a technical word, now it's clear to you, right? Then three concept is constructor, the init method. The constructor is a special method in a class that runs when you create a new object. It's called init, short form initialize, right? So, and a set of the object attribute, the self parameter refers to the object being created. Example, in the dog class above, the init method takes name, age, and color as input and assign them to the object using self name, self age, and self color. Alright, I think it's clear to you. And then second is attribute. Attribute are like variable that belong to an object. They describe the object's properties or characteristics. Example, for a dog, attributes might be name like Buddy, age 3, color brown. These attributes are stored in the object and can be accessed later. The method. The 5 is method. What is method? So method are functions that belong to a class and define what an object can do. They can use the object's attribute via self to perform action. Example, the bark method in the dog class used the dog's name attribute to print a personalized message and then creating an object. How can we create an object? Well, let's see. So to create an object, you use the class name like a function and pass the required attributes. This is called instantiation, creating an instance of a class. Let's see example. So create two dog object, dog 1, dog 2. So the name is Buddy 3 Brown, and the second object it's a Luna 5 Black. Access attribute print dog 1 dot name, so it's output Buddy. Okay, you can see output Buddy. So if you run the code, then you can see print dog 2 color output black. Call method dog 1 bark, output Buddy says oof oof. Dog 2 dot describes, so it's a method, and output Luna is a black dog and is 5 years old. Guys, now dog 1 dog 2 are two separate objects created from the same dog class, but they have different attributes, name, age, color. Alright, so that's the things what you learn from that videos. So I think you can get it how could you teach if you use AI tools. So this is my first step. Okay, so let's understand another definition of class. Okay, in more detail, because Grok have very powerful things, so we can learn deeper and deeper. Let's use car example. So we understand the dog example, but let's understand the car example. So we will create a car class with attributes like model, year, color, for sale, and method, drive, stop, describe. So this is the class, okay, and this is the constructor to initialize, to initialize attributes. So def, I think double underscore init, then self, model, year, color, and for sale. And this is the attribute we access, like self.model, yeah, like example Mustang, 2024 red, true or false. So this way we can structure, and then method drive the car. So def drive self. The f string you drive the then placeholder self.color and self.model, and then method stop the car and describe the car. So now this is the class. Let's create the car object. So this way we can create the car object. So car 1 car, then Mustang 2024 red false, car 2 car 3, and all the argument we passed in. So this is called parameter, and this is argument, and access attribute and method. So access attribute, so we can access car 1 then model. So this is the car 1 and this is the model, and we passed in this model. So the output is Mustang, then blue, then true. Let's call the method. So we can access that attribute, but let's call the method car1 dot drive. Then the way we print it, we can get the output here. Right, so we can So yeah, the output you drive the red Mustang, you stop the blue Corvette, and this is a 2026 yellow Charger. Let's organize the code. So yeah, we watch the video. So yeah, it's optional, but yeah. So the terminology we can understand: the self attribute access operator, and dunder method, function versus method, right? So let's understand each terminology or key term. So self refer to the current object. When you write self.model, you are accessing the model attribute of a specific object, for example car1 or car2. And then second term is attribute access operator called dot. The dot lets you access an object, attribute, or method like car.1 model or car.1 drive method. So what is dunder method? A special method with double underscores, yeah, these are built-in method in Python that have a special purpose like initializing object. And then function versus method. A function is a standalone piece of code, while a method is a function that belongs to a class and works with the object data using self. I think you can get it, the terminology, the term, or maybe the concept, or the idea. So you watch the video, and yeah, this way I explained, and you can use anything. If you want to learn faster anything, you can learn this way. So why use object oriented programming, in short OOP? So OOP makes your code organized, group related data and action together. Reusable, use the same class to create many objects, and scalable, easily add new features by adding method or attribute to class. Real world friendly, models are real object, making code intuitive. So example scenario, imagine you are building a game with many characters. Instead of writing separate code for each character, you can create a character class with attributes like name, health, and strength, and method like attack, heal. Then create an object for each character like warrior, wizard, using the same class, right? So you can practice with other things, right, this way. So I think this is a third example. So yeah, class student, then study, introduce, create a student object, and test attribute and method, and then summary. So this is the 12-minute transcript, and we learn all the topic, all the concept terminology. So from Grok, but if you look at Gemini, same things Gemini explained, but just we understand the definition, because Gemini have other models, so they can explain in a different way. Just we can see that definition, nothing else. So yeah, object oriented programming is a fundamental paradigm in Python. Its core, an object is a self-contained bundle of related attributes and methods. Think of an object as a way to represent a concept or real world thing inside your program, encapsulating both its data and its behavior. Attributes are like variables that describe what the object is or what it has. They are the data or properties of the object. Look around you right now. You are surrounded by different real world objects. Next to me, all the example as I explained Grok. So yeah, and then I think class. Class a blueprint for object. A class a blueprint for object. Create a many objects of the same type, we need to initialize a class. A class is a blueprint used to design the structure and layout of an object. It defines what attributes our object will have and what method they will be able to perform, right? So yeah, I think you can understand. So yeah, I think Grok explained better than Gemini, or yeah. So this video is all about this 10-minute portion. So next episode we are going to watch the second portion, and class variable. So if you like this video and the way I'm watching and the way I'm learning, so make sure subscribe my channel and and stick with this series, because we are going to learn a lot of things, because we are alone. So if I talk about myself, I'm from non-technical background. Before 1 year ago, I start my startup, and then I thought I should learn technical skill. So yeah, so right now I'm a full stack developer in React.js for front end, and but if I talk about backend, so I know Node.js and Express.js. But now I think DSA or Python and machine learning, deep learning is very important. So that's I'm learning, and I hope you have that inspiration to do something in your life. So thank you so much.